What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout. And as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing. OG Gangsta Wicked and Ghetto Mafia.
I'm in here.
Wick, what's good with it, man?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man. I was excited about today too. I couldn't sleep last night knowing what we were talking about last night, what we kind of tapped into on the phone last night. I said, man, I gotta get here.
I mean, I noticed that, DJ Akademiks has ruffled a lot of feathers in hip hop. I mean, even the GOAT himself, he was the first one to raise hell, LL Cool J, about what he was saying. I had a chance to peek at it, and from what I got from it, Akademiks was saying that he's tired of seeing his hip hop legends and icons, the foundation of rap, looking dusty out here.
And be how everybody don't. I saw that too.
Yeah.
And then I saw, multiple different artists. Like you said, LL was just one, but multiple artists kind of chastise him, go in on him. And as well they should have, because I want to kind of break down his comments. But before I get started, I agree with what he's saying.
What?
Yeah, and before you take it the wrong way, you got to stay with me. The reason why I agree is because there are a lot of our founding fathers that, and I don't want to say it in materialistic terms, because a lot of people think when he's saying they looking dusty and stuff, he may not just mean a t-shirt or that doesn't look unkempt or didn't bathe. I don't think that's what he means. I think when he's saying looking dusty and stuff out here, he's comparing that to the newer generation that's riding Lambos and living in $1 million mansions and flying first class on their own planes and able to have extra money to open up businesses and do more for the community because rap has blessed them more, so a lot of them are able to do more. That's how I am taking it. My thing is this, Beehive, why don't we shut him up? Why should he have to say that? Why should he? Everybody is outraged now that he said that, but what was all the outrage when our founding fathers of hip hop that created a platform for all of us? Me and you would not be sitting here if it wasn't for Grandmaster Flash. Hip hop. Period. You understand? If it weren't for Lolita, which is Lolita Shantae, that's Roxanne Shantae. If it wasn't for Frankie Smith, you ever heard the double Dutch bus coming down? That's Frankie Smith. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are artists that. Roxanne Shantae don't have as much money as a Cardi B or Nicki Minaj right now. Are they going back and empowering these forefathers? Let me tell you something, Beehive. Rap is so powerful. You cannot wrap your mind around what it has done for everybody. Rap is a lifestyle. Rap influenced fashion. When you had Run DMC them come out back in the day with my Adidas, then from that you had Nelly them come out with Air Force Ones, and then P and all them, my Soldier Reeds and Soldier Slim and all. You know what I'm saying? That it spurred a whole industry of fashion. Okay, not only just fashion, hip hop has exploded. It was our message, our voice. When we come off of slavery, we've always talked in code, talked in slang to be able to communicate with one another and let each other know what we're gonna do, what we're about to do. Well, hip hop did that. Hip hop was able to get 1 million men to march together. This is hip hop. Yeah. This went through a lot of artists, a lot of Nas and a lot of different artists, helped put that together. You understand what I'm saying? It's the voice. So to hear him say that, I think that he is, when Akademiks is only 29 years old. So if he thinks listen to what I'm saying.
That's grown as hell.
No, but at 29 years old, Beehive, if he thinks that way about our forefathers, what do you think of a kid, 15-year-old, 16-year-old? What he has no earthly idea of what he's come from. So when I say I agree with him, what I am agreeing with is that he is lost, that he feels like that's the truth. He shouldn't have to look at the forefathers of hip hop and feel like that, hey, why are they so far down here over the new artists? Why aren't we taking care of them? Why haven't they made, how haven't we given back to them? That's what I'm hoping that he's saying. Maybe he isn't, but that's my wishful thinking, that he has sparked a conversation that needed to be had, point blank, period.
Well, see, with that being said, I think what needs to be understood is that the old saying, those hip-hop forefathers, they crawled so that we could walk.
Absolutely.
And so that we can run.
Absolutely.
So in the midst of crawling, guess what? You're going to get a little dusty.
Right.
Because, nigga, you was getting it out the mud.
Out the mud.
Okay?
Right.
And then by the time you do get it, now they running you out. You see what I'm saying? They running you out the game. By the time the money becomes plentiful, by the time you realize that the contracts is fucked up, by the time you realize how to manage money, now they're saying you're too old to be a part of the game altogether. And the new generation comes in and kicks you out to the curb and fucks up everything.
Exactly. And then don't give back. Bun B said this. Bun B said I was great, I was a legend, and
That's
told me
right.
that I always tell you that. So let me say it again. Bun B said that I was a legend.
Hey,
but anyway,
anything Bun say goes with me.
Absolutely, but he said something that was that stuck with me to this day. He said the rappers in the 70s and the 80s, they made money in a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
He said the rappers of the 90s and the early 2000s made money in a grocery bag.
Yeah.
Right? He said the rappers of the day making money in a garbage bag. So why can't, if we're making money in a hefty sack, why can't we give a little back to the ones that made money in a sandwich bag and set up something? They do it in sports.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They do it in sports. The NFL Players Association. Every man that makes money out of the NFL, they take money up out of his check to give back to those forefathers, those Jim Browns, those for health, for insurance, for different things. We can do better with our forefathers of rap. Let me tell you something. I used to sit up, be high. Okay, this might have been before your time. Let me show you how I'll go back.
Yeah.
We used to have a thing down here in Atlanta called the Fresh Party. No, that was a little bit before you. We had a guy on the radio, Dan Fierce, them back in the day.
Yeah.
And I used to sit up with, I had a boom box. It was a JVC.
Okay.
And my mama used to buy me a pack of Maxell tapes. You know what I'm saying? These was cassette tapes.
I know what you're talking about.
And the tapes didn't record, so we would have to put like tissue down in the tape, right?
Yeah.
And so I would wait every Friday night. It would come on at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would put that tape in, and I would have a pack on because I know it's gonna stop in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And I got to keep on, and I got to take one out and put one in.
Exactly.
But I would sit there and wait for an African Bambaataa, for Planet Rock to come on. You understand what I'm saying? I would sit there and wait for a guy out of the UK named Slick Rick.
Yeah.
When he was little, he got glass in his eye, so he wore a patch and a bunch of jewelry. You want to talk about the influence of hip hop? All the jewelry that y'all young guys are walking around with now that you think that you invented. Oh man, he icy, he balling out. Well, go check out a rapper named Slick Rick.
That's right.
From back in the day. You understand what I'm saying? Man, he used to have so much jewelry on. I used to be like, how can he even walk?
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, I waited for Houdini Friends to come on, Run DMC. You understand what I'm saying? The Beastie Boys, the Fat Boys, LL Cool J, who spoke out on it. We fast forward to 86. We go out to Ice-T. I'm your pusher, the first one out of the out of the West Side, out of Cali. You know what I'm saying? To pick up on hip hop. Then that spurns to Too Shorts and the NWAs and all this great. By that time, Texas, 87, 88, you got the Ghetto Boys are coming. Hip hop, if you like any artist, if you ever liked any artist, you owe it to them founding fathers, because it all manifested into who you like today. It came from the origin of that. A dog is a dog. It came from a wolf. I don't care how you bred it down. I don't care if it's a miniature. I don't care if it's 8 feet tall. It comes from the wild wolf.
But my other thing is, when we talk about our vets and our OGs, instead of shaming them, instead of money shaming them,
right,
let's uplift them and have conversations with them.
Absolutely.
An OG for me, that was an OG from afar, that I never got a chance to speak to, that it pisses me off to this day that I can't, he would have been on this show right now, is goddamn Arnell Starr.
Oh my. Arnell
Starr.
That's right.
I know what Arnell meant to this city because I was one of those kids that didn't have cable. So guess what? If I wanted to see a rap video, I had to stay up and watch Channel 69 until Arnell Star came on with American music makers or rap makers. Planet Rocks, and he owned both them shows.
Both of them.
So also, for me being who I am, I would have brought Arnell in here and said, hey man, how did you get your show on TV? Hey man, how did you do sponsorships and make the money off your show? Hey man, how did you go about booking your guests? Hey man, what was it that gave you the wherewithal to understand that, okay, since these artists can't get on BET, they can't get on MTV, they can get on American Rap Makers. What was it that made you stand in the gap for all of those people? Also, did those people reciprocate the love that you gave them while you were kicking flavor in Atlanta through the 90s, putting it down for everybody, giving them a platform to be heard? And with that being said, instead of calling niggas dusty, these guys are really national treasures.
Absolutely, and that's the point I'm making.
What I'm saying?
I'm only thing that I am glad about the academic, what he said. I don't know him personally, so like I said, I'm not here to beat him up. I don't know what's in his heart. You understand? So I did hear some stuff, but stuff that I used to say at 27, 28, 20. If you went back and took some of the shit I was saying, I would probably be in jail right about now. But what I can say, can anybody out there imagine what would clubs be like without rap music?
Yeah.
You know, everybody out here, man, I'm going to the strip club. I'm going. What would it be? What would they be in there dancing to? This little light of mine. Hip hop is global. It's the #1 genre of music. It has reached the whole entire world. The whole world loves hip hop music, and this comes from a select few of people. Now, Beehive, I'm not gonna get here, get in here and say that that there are no legends that are eating, because there are. But the legends, they have to. And I ain't gonna say they, because I include myself in that. But we have to be open-minded to be able to deal with the younger generation also. A lot of us are walking around feeling like, hey, we are God's gift to everything. We started it, so therefore bow down and kiss my feet. And don't want to, and we refuse to kind of listen to the younger generation as far as certain things go. I try to keep listen, you're younger than me by 15 years. You understand what I'm saying? If I had a mentality of, man, this nigga I see him on there doing some interviews and stuff. He had a major radio station, but if it weren't for me, Wicked, he wouldn't even have no job. Now I don't want to hear them Beehive got to say. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't go into the situation when I met you. What I saw was brilliance. I said, you know what? Why not think of that? You know why? Because he's in a generation down from me, and in my generation, it's burned great thinkers. You understand what I'm saying? So you know what? Let me tap into that. He can show me something. He can teach me something.
But it goes both ways.
Both ways.
So I can't say that you ain't dropped nothing on me either for me to understand and think about. When I think about my journey, Wick, see, what people don't understand is when I got into radio young as hell, I was in the corporate system where I had bosses that told me what to do. I had people that, might have just held me back just for the sake of holding a nigga down, okay? And I remember thinking to myself, okay, I came in this bitch at 21, 25 still ain't really amounting to shit, 28 still ain't amounting to shit in this motherfucker. And I was thinking to myself, okay, these niggas is burning through my young years, making me do this grunt work and ain't amounting to shit. So what do I need to prepare for in the future? Oh, B, if you want to have longevity, you need to make your bed soft. So what you need to do is make it cool for young niggas to have conversation with grown niggas and make it cool so that as you start to get older in the game, it ain't nothing new.
Reciprocate the same things
exactly.
to you.
No, it wasn't about them reciprocating it to me. It was about me creating a platform for me to be able to continue to do what I do. Now, for the generation after me, it's up to them to build those bridges. Because like I said, after me, I don't see no young niggas out here keeping it real from 18 to 54. You see what I'm saying?
Some, but they have to, like you said, they have to go harder. I want to ask you this. I'm glad you brought that up. What now? You know, you're a young man. You're working at a major radio station.
I was. I don't
what
know
was? I'm saying. I'm taking you back to that time.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you're going into you know, to the boss's office and they want you to play or you know, whatever is going on at the time, stick to the format. We told you to play this. We put a sheet in front of you. Stick to that. What was those conversations like when you have to come in and say, you know what, I want to bring in a guy named Wicked from Ghetto Mafia. Yeah, he ain't been hot in 10 years, but I want to bring him and talk to him. I want to bring in a group called Goody Mob. Yeah, they ain't had an album out in 15 years. Matter of fact, one of the members don't left. But I want to bring them in and talk to them. What was those conversations like in the battles that you had to go through for us to be sitting here today and to be successful?
I was getting hated on. So imagine if your peers are DJ Akademiks and they are already saying, what you bringing old dusty niggas in here for? These are your peers that you working with every day. We ain't even got to the management. We talking about your peers. That's what the mindset of a young nigga is. What you bringing these, we over here, what you bringing these niggas? And I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I went to management. And I said, hey, man, these folks got fan bases. And they're like, nigga, why are you doing this? What are you doing? And for me, I just got to a point to where I was like, I'm going to just do whatever the fuck I want to do. When I looked up and I realized I wanted to mount this shit, I said, I'm about to turn this bitch out. I'm about to turn this bitch. I was like, nigga, I'm bringing in my niggas from the hood. I'm bringing in young artists, because see, it wasn't just the OGs I was bringing through there. I was bringing through your 21 Savages for their first radio interview, your Rich Homie Quans for their first radio interview. And nigga, I was catching hell from the top and the bottom. It was like, nigga, who is this young nigga you bringing in here off the street we don't know nothing about? Who is this old nigga coming? Because also you got management that ain't from the city.
Correct.
So if they ain't from the city, they might not even know what the hell is going on.
Right.
But I'm going based off of my personal life story in there, and I'm trying to tell my story in the midst of all of this craziness going on. But I had got to a point to where it was like, you know what, I don't give a damn. And I'm still like that to this day. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm bringing in whoever the hell I want to talk to.
Man,
fuck these niggas.
This right here is gonna kind of sum it up for me, and I'm gonna talk directly to him if he's looking. This is for Akademiks and anybody that thinks like him. You are only able to diss the legends of hip hop, the forefathers, and make money because of the forefathers. Do you understand that? You're able,
but then I hate it.
Money
let me get it
off your platform. No, because he done made some money off that platform.
But he done made some money, but then we don't know behind the scenes who Akademiks done reached out to that done gave him they ass to kiss. Because I'm going to be real. It's people like OG Gangsta Wicked, Big Gip, Cool Joe Goody, Fiend from No Limit, Beats by the Pound. Those are the OGs that I was able to reach out to and get DJ Toomp. These are the OGs that I reached out to and said, hey man, I need game. Tell me what I need to be doing, because it was deeper than just interviews with them. Right. So we don't know if Akademiks was reaching out to your top tier OGs and they was telling him to go to hell. And he's like, you know what? Fuck y'all dust ass niggas.
I'm not speaking of a particular rapper. I'm speaking of hip hop. What I'm saying is he's able to speak on hip hop and make money because the forefathers created hip hop. So I'm not saying a Pacific rapper that, you know, that didn't come or he didn't. I'm saying we're able to sit here and talk about hip hop 50 years later because of the Africa Bambadas, because of the Cool Hercs, because of, you understand what I'm saying? They gave us
I feel what you're saying, but I'm saying this. With his platform, I just don't believe that with him being a DJ as well.
What DJ? He ain't never DJed a damn thing. That's another thing. This nigga ain't never DJed. He just calls himself a DJ.
With him being a DJ as well, I can't say that he ain't reached out to no OGs.
And he may have. He may have, but regardless if
Because it's just as much as they want to say he a bitch ass nigga, these old niggas some bitch ass niggas too.
They are. Some of these rapper 90 now. I mean, they would come in on their cane and do an interview.
Why not?
My point is, even if he can't reach him to do an interview, that's not right now. If I can't get my mama to come down here, be high, and sit on the couch and wait for me to leave, don't mean I'm gonna say this old bitch. She don't need to be respected. I don't care she bought me shoes when we love. I don't care she used to take me to school and I ain't
love me and wipe my ass.
None of that matter. It's because you didn't come do an interview. That's what I'm not going to subscribe to that. What I'm saying, because he still has to have respect for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I've been turned down by old school guys to do it. Yeah. MC Breed used to tell me no a lot.
Yeah.
Trust me. But you know what outweighs all of his no's? When I say, you know what, I need to make a demo tape. And I don't got a dime to go into a studio. Because back in 88, a studio cost the army. You had to be the big dog.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And he said, you know what, come on over here. And he would make me a beat and let me rap on it. So him saying no, he didn't come to my first prom, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know, that's not gonna be for a reason for me to diss him. So I get what you're saying, and some of the old school artists have not, we talked about, that's what I just told you, they didn't reciprocate the love. They're not open-minded like how you and I are and able to sit here and talk, but there's still no reason.
I'm about to throw a curveball in this conversation, and it's about to get a little weird and crazy at the same time. What Akademiks is saying, it might slick be a reflection of a fatherless culture, man.
And you mean what about that?
How young men feel about their fathers. It's like, you know what, he wasn't there anyway, so I don't care. You see what I'm saying? What kind of impact did you really make? So when Akademiks looks at his career, he has to say, okay, how many OGs actually came to help me get here? Because I'm pretty sure everybody's asked for help at one point or another.
Absolutely.
How many OGs showed up for him when he needed them? See, you can come in here and help him now that he DJ Akademiks, but who was helping him when he would just act, trying to figure it out?
And that's a good thing. And I'm a piggyback off of that. Why do I have to be fresh? Why do I have to have a Lambo? Why do I have to have this big old car? Why do I have to you know, have $20 million in the bank for you to respect me as a black man?
Well, I'm gonna be real. See, now that was one of my secrets too. When I was building my platform, I would intentionally wear the same goddamn thing every day. One, because I said, y'all motherfuckers gonna like me for me, not because of what the hell I got on.
Absolutely.
Two, I ain't about to let y'all niggas pressure me to come in here looking some kind of way for you motherfuckers. Fuck y'all.
Right.
Number three, I'm so fly that I don't give a damn.
Right.
So with that, but I also wanted to be something that was relatable because the average man like myself ain't trying to run around looking fly every day.
Absolutely.
They just trying to get from A to B. You see what I'm saying?
Now, this code is fly, B.I. since we talking fly. You know how you gotta say that. me and EJ like to be fly, you know?
I mean, you talking about Amiri DJ?
Yeah, EJ, me and EJ like to be.
EJ. Yeah, this nigga on Amiri right now.
But you know, you're absolutely right about that. And it reflects in you. And I told you that when we talked the other day, I said that you have a genuine thing with your fan base. They do look past that, and it makes an artist feel comfortable. I don't want to bring this up, but if anybody hasn't seen the Bootsy interviews with you, I felt when I looked at that, even though I was sitting right here in this chair, when I would look at those videos, I could tell from because I'm a huge Bootsy fan. I don't see him on every single platform. He was comfortable. There was no pressure to have to be in here and show no $50,000 rings and talk about this, talk about that. It was like kicking it with in the hood when none of us had nothing.
Exactly.
You understand? So you give that aura here. No matter how much money that you have, when you come into this door, you are a black man, and we respect you because of that.
Exactly. And then also, it's a silent majority of real people out here. That's the audience that I cater to. I don't cater to the people that's capping and trying to do all that popping shit. I'm catering to the people that I grew up with.
Absolutely.
I'm catering to regular people that don't give a damn.
Right.
That's not plugged into this matrix trying to do the most with every damn thing. They're like, hey man, I'm trying to make it from day to day. And I don't give a fuck about nothing that nobody's talking about right now.
Well, I want to give, I want to end it on this right here, I just came for just this particular thing. I want to, like I said, I'm guilty of, academic has woke me up. Because, now don't get me wrong, I've always honored our legends, but I could do better. Yeah. I could do it, I will sit here and this platform is great because we give roses to our legends. But sometimes, I have a timeline to where I go back to. I like to start from, Ghetto Boys on up to right now. Because that was my kind of, all the Cool Mo D's and, Wild Wild West. You remember that right there? The Wild, a lot of that stuff was, I was a kid, when it came out. So I feel like, well, I'm going to start at where I really picked hip hop up, but hip hop was going on before me. Hip hop was going on before for you out there. You understand what I'm saying? And those people that started. A shout out to New York City. You understand what I'm saying? We used to always joke, man, these New York niggas come out here and do that. But if it weren't for that Brooklyn in the house, you understand what I'm saying? We should all, salute to Brooklyn and these different cities up north that help spurn this culture, as well as just like we do Atlanta for the Outcasts, for the Ghetto Mafias, for the Kilo Ali's. We gotta side out Brooklyn, man. Cool Herc in them.
Before we got on though, what did you say that Akademiks was committing?
He was committing to me black on black cybercrime. That's what it was. It's black on black cybercrime. Sounds bad, don't like carry 50 years on it. Matter of fact, y'all tag me and tell him that was black on black cybercrime. But that's all I have to say, man. I'm glad we talked about it. Academic, you want to get at me? You know what I'm saying? We can talk, you know what I mean? I can educate you. I feel like I know a little bit about this hip hop, and
my thing is, it's just community building, and we got to do better about the inclusiveness of hip hop. See, that was my other thing that I fought for, even in radio. When I was at that radio station, I was fighting for inclusion. I wanted everybody to be included, young and old, and that's what I still do to this day. I want everybody to be included, but folks want to be so goddamn exclusive so they can look down on some goddamn body. It messes up the rhythm for everybody, man. So, I think we just need to work towards being more inclusive and hospitable in hip-hop, and let's get this money and crank this thing up, man.
Hey, sounds good to me, my brother. I'm here for it.
B-High Radio shouted, OG Gangsta Wicked. We'll holler at y'all in a minute, man. Go.